Rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to
the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
District Court now in session, the Honorable Judge Trevino presiding.
Good morning. Jim Wells County Commissioners Court for June 10th, 2024, 9 a.m. is now in session. We'll go to agenda item number 3, public testimony. I don't think we have no public testimony.
We haven't.
Morning.
Sheriff?
Sure.
Go ahead, Sheriff.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. For starters, just to inform you, we just received a teletype that heavy rain, possible hail this morning will be coming to our area. Just received this from the dispatcher's office. Also want to inform you that we have 79 inmates. We have 13 in Maverick County, males and 6 females. Also wanted to show you that we have received the satisfaction completion of compliance of Jim Wells County Jail, and I'll be sending you a copy of that, Judge, and we'll go ahead and post it on our program. We have finished all our cyber training through our officers. Thank you to Robert for assisting us and the training coordinator, Juan Reyes. We are working on some other training that's going to be taking place this week at this time, and we'll see what the weather brings us. That's all we have for today.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to address the court this time?
No.
If not, we'll go to agenda item number 4, discuss, consider, and take action to approve minutes from previous meetings.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 5, discuss, consider, and take action, to designate the beginning and ending locations of temporary reduced speed limits during construction phase of a solar panel project off of County Road 308.
This was approved back in April 26th, Judge. It's from intersection 308 and 359 west, 1.5 miles to the entrance and 1.5 miles past it, total of 3 miles. So we can reapprove it.
I'll
Okay.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 6, discuss, consider, and take action to grant preliminary approval to the plat submitted by Jim Dean of Christie Estate subdivision lots 1 through 16, located at the intersection of County Road 50 and FM Farm to Market 3087.
County Road 150.
Did I read it wrong?
You
The
said
typo?
50.
150, yeah.
No, it's 150.
Says
It
150.
is
It
150.
is 150.
You just said 50.
150?
Yes,
County Road.
it's correct. You just read it.
Okay.
I'm Jim Dean, General Manager of James Dean Ranch Developments. I was here to request the preliminary approval of the Christie Estates subdivision that we'll be putting in on the corner of County Road 150 and FM 3087.
Is there anything in particular, Mr.?
No,
Gammon?
actually, we're pretty close to the end. I would like to run it by the River Authority. We do have one little corner that may be close to a flood zone. But other than that, everything, the water study has been done. These are little little over 5-acre tracts, so it'll be all well water. Responsibility will be on the purchaser. And everything else looks good. There's no private road that we would have to accept on this because it corners on a county road and an FM, a state highway, farm to market. This is just east of San Diego, the city of San Diego, and south of Highway 44.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and I have a second to approve agenda item number 6 as stated. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries, and I'll be a yeah on this with you. Mr. Dean, thank you very much for what you do for our county. We
Yes, sir.
appreciate you.
Hopefully it'll move as fast as the one on 146. That one's already full.
Agenda item number 7, discuss, consider, and take action for Jim Wells County ESD 1 wishes to present the county commissioners court with the annual compilation financial report for the period of October 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2023, as required by the state.
Good morning, Judge Matthew Schmidt, Precinct 3. I'm here on behalf of a commissioner for the ESD 1 located in Sandia, just to provide the court with the annual compilation report for the year ended September 30th, 2023, as provided by state law. So everything that you need is there as far as the compilation report, the fund financial statements, the balance sheet / governmental funds, and then a statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes in fund balances / government funds. There's nothing to be voted on. It's just information provided for y'all that's required by state law.
Motion to approve.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
It's just a
It's an action
presentation, but
item. It's an action item.
yeah, it says that it's an action item. Anybody have any questions for Judge? We can accept it as a court.
I'll second the motion.
So I have a motion, I have a second to accept the presentation and the compilation of financial reports by Judge Smith. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Agenda item number 8, discuss, consider, and take action to authorize the county judge, Pete Trevino, to retain outside counsel if necessary for representation of Jim Wells County officials in case number 224-CV-00118 filed in the Southern District of Texas, Corpus Christi Division.
You want to explain? You want me to?
Morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Good morning.
The matter in front of you is a federal lawsuit that was filed against me as the district attorney and David Gonzalez, the court-appointed attorney for an individual by the name of Juan Valderas. And he filed it first in San Antonio because that's where he lives. It got transferred to Corpus Christi, to the Southern District, because this all comes out of a DWI case that Mr. Valderas is indicted for and he had court for. He filed this lawsuit against his attorney that was appointed to him and the district attorney's office, complaining that he had his civil rights violated. Now, I have not been served with this lawsuit yet, and neither, at least the last time I talked to Mr. Gonzalez, he had not been served yet. The way we found out about this was on May 15th, this individual had court. He didn't show up to court. Mr. Gonzalez attempted to contact him, got a hold of his wife. Wife said he wasn't coming to court, and then informed him, or he got the information about the lawsuit. Now, Mr. Valderas had apparently wanted to get a different lawyer, or wanted the court to give him a different lawyer. Now, at this point, the court in the magistrate judge out of the Southern District of Corpus Christi on the 28th of May filed an order instructing him to answer 6 questions by the 25th of this month. And at that point would decide whether the case were to go forward, whether we're gonna, I guess, get served. So that's kind of where we're at. The thing is, because he got a NISI issued on him on the 15th, pretty soon I'm gonna have to, if he gets picked up or he gets set for court on the criminal side, I'm gonna have to file a motion to recuse because he's suing me. But on the civil side, generally, my office does not handle those type of cases. The Attorney General's office can handle this type of case. I have reached out to the Attorney General's office. They're only required to assist if the individual is in prison. This individual is not in prison. This individual is still on the pretrial. The only thing he's on right now is bond conditions, which have been revoked. So he's not in prison. So the AG's office will not come in on this particular case. As far as the, getting representation, basically in talking, because Royston and Brian Miller from Royston and Razor contacted my office about a different unrelated matter, and then gave the information of, hey, here's a heads up. Did you know you were being sued? And well, at that point I did. He said, well, you need to get a hold of, your county. You need to let them know. He said, I've been dealing with some of these kind of cases across this area that they represent. I don't remember if he said B County or Live Oak County, but he said recently he was helping their district attorney's office in a similar matter. And so he said, it might go away, it might not go away. If it goes away, he said, if it doesn't go away, he said, it may be because the court at this point only has the vague information that Mr. Valderas put forward. It wouldn't surprise me if they think Mr. Valderas is in prison or jail, but he's not. But because of the way he wrote it up, and until I get served, there wouldn't be an answer from our side. And the thing is to be ready to file that answer. Now, hopefully it doesn't get to that point, and after he answers his 6 questions, maybe it'll be more clear to the magistrate, and hopefully the magistrate would, take action and dismiss it on their side. But this is kind of in the case I do get served, we have a short window to basically take care of this. Now, I would think it would get taken care of pretty quickly. Everything he's complaining about deals with me as a prosecutor. And as a prosecutor, I have prosecutorial immunity, but we still have to file something with the court so that they can take action on that. So that's basically in a nutshell what this is about. I will say I reached out to my organization, the Texas District and County Attorneys Association. They're the ones that kind of gave me the information on the AG's office generally won't be involved. They did say, and this is just for future consideration, getting the endorsement for the state side on the risk management insurance, because it's what he stated was a lot of district attorneys and county attorneys, but district attorneys especially, are being sued across the state. They're all getting resolved because generally we have, like I said, immunity, but it still takes action to get that in front of the court so that they can rule on it. So that's for a future. I know we can hopefully look into that. If we do, I don't know if Mr. Guetta, I know he was doing some other research. I don't know if there's anything.
No, I completely found out that the Attorney General won't step in unless the plaintiff is in prison, Cindy and I, Cindy contacted TAC, and TAC said, because he's a district official, not a county official, neither he or our district judge are covered under our current policy. But we can purchase a rider and an additional, which I recommend that we do, because as Carlos says, that these lawsuits are becoming more and more frequent. So I think whenever, as soon as, I don't know if we have.
We just got renewal, actually last week, so it's, time to renew it, so that'll be a good conversation.
Yeah,
Renew it, to the top.
To include coverage?
District attorney and district.
To add coverage, of course, that would only be prospective. In other words, anything that happens after we purchase it, this one is not gonna be covered.
Right.
Which means, we put it on the agenda to give the judge authority, because this is the order the judge issued. He said, you gotta answer all these questions by June 25th, and if you don't, I'm gonna dismiss your suit. So we got our fingers crossed that he doesn't follow up, and the judge throws it out, in which case we don't have to spend any money, because it'll be dismissed. If the guy does answer the questions, and if the judge does feel it's sufficient and orders the case to go forward, at that point, he's only got 20 days to answer the complaint. And so that's why we want someone on our side to be ready to hire outside counsel to file the answer for him, because he's got a short window, as he said. And if we're in between meetings, you know, it could take a while.
Yes, and just to kind of add to that, a lot of lawsuits are happening across the state, but especially in our region. And, you know, our office, because we're part of the Border Prosecution Unit, we are going to take on a lot of those lawsuits that are coming out of the OLS, the Operation Lone Star. A lot of other counties are already dealing with that. Several counties there, you know, there's one county that had over 400 cases that have made it all the way up to the Supreme Court of Texas, and likely may, you know, but on those cases, they're fighting it on the criminal side, but now they're also looking at lawsuits against the prosecutors and the judges involved. I mean, they're suing, you know, the attorney general. They're suing everybody involved that's tied to it. Now, the thing is, once we get those cases, I mean, we're pursuing those cases. So eventually, we're going to get on somebody's target list, and it won't be too long before that happens. So, you know, I think for the future, being ready for those type of things is going to be, you know, a necessity. But as far as what's on the agenda for today, that's basically the information that we've got this case that's pending.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Is there any further discussion needed? And this is just for this current case, and then we'll talk to TAC about including us in the future.
Renewal, and we can add it on, they said.
If there's no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 9, discuss, consider, and take action to approve and accept $50,000 grant from the National Association of Counties Rural Leaders for Economic Mobility in partnership with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This grant was sent to us by email, and then I received a call from the National Association of Counties that they wanted us to participate, and they really didn't give us too much time of the reasoning why I didn't bring it to Commissioners Court before, like we usually do. I think they gave us like 5 days, and we didn't have Commissioners Court within those 5 days. But needless to say, myself and Mr. Larry Martinez, our EDC director, we wrote this grant, and we submitted it. Really didn't think we were gonna get it. But what this grant is, they took 2 representatives from 10 counties. And what I mean by 10 counties, 10 rural counties, less than a population of 50,000 from around the nation. So I didn't really think we were gonna get selected, but we did. We got selected, and they applauded us for a well-written grant. application. What it is that we would be participating in a cohort of 10 other counties from around the nation. We're going to be meeting through Zoom. We're going to be meeting in person. We're going to review everybody's economic state as far as the counties that are involved. We're going to try to help each other develop plans of action to increase our tax base through economic development and economic mobility. All travel for this is totally reimbursed back to our county. The $50,000 could be for anything that comes out of all this research and development. For example, if we need a study done, if we need whatever we need, the $50,000 will pay for it. And it's free and clear, no match money, no nothing. All we are as a county is a go-between. In other words, they're gonna send us the 50,000. Mr. Martinez, if there's any invoices or whatever, it'll come through my office and then through the auditor's office, and we pay them. You know, it's not a lot of money, but it could be a big impact if we can garner some ideas to increase our tax base. So that being said, I asked the court if we can approve this.
Motion to approve, Judge.
I'll second the motion.
I have a motion and a second to approve agenda item number 9 as stated. Is there any further discussion needed?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Should I go ahead and set up a new fund where everything having to do with this is paid out of that fund?
That would be perfect.
Is that what you go,
I would say go.
Yeah, if we could just get another line item.
another fund number, put it in there, and anything related to this will be paid out of that?
The only thing in question was, I'm not sure they'll pay meals on a trip. So, but we should find that out by Friday. That we're gonna send out all the information. Other than that, everything should be squared away. So I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, guys. I'm going to skip number 10 because we're probably going to executive session. So I'll go to number 11 just in case we have any questions for the auditors or anybody. Discuss, consider, and take actions on payroll and bills as submitted by county auditor with exception of Fund 52, 53, and 54.
I make a motion to
Second.
approve.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 10, discuss emergency manager, administrator responsibilities. And on this one, we would go into executive session. It is 9:23. a.m. We'll go into executive session under the 551.074 personnel matters. And we'll go into executive session at this time. Thank you. Okay, it is 9:34. Jim Wells County Commissioners Court was in an executive session under 551 .074 personnel matters. We are now returning back from executive session. The executive session was just a discussion. Therefore, we can go on to agenda item number 12.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second to adjourn. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you all.